Do you find yourself always stopping what you are doing to assist a coworker with advice or a problem? Are you the type of person who answers your phone on the first ring, every single time? Does your schedule resemble a tangled web of events that all blend into one giant mess? And do you constantly feel tired, as if you are burning your candle from both ends? If you answered yes to all of these questions, then you are the epitome of a yes man. Being a yes man may seem like a noble trait, but in reality, it can be detrimental to your own well-being. By always putting others' needs before your own, you are neglecting your own self-care and happiness. It's time to break free from the chains of people-pleasing and start prioritizing yourself. Saying yes to everything may seem like the path of least resistance, but it comes at a cost. It can lead to stress, burnout, and a sense of being overwhelmed. It's important to recognize that you have the power to say no. It may not be easy, but it is necessary for your own growth and happiness. Start by making your own decisions. Take the time to evaluate each request or opportunity that comes your way. Ask yourself if it aligns with your goals and values. If it doesn't, don't be afraid to politely decline. Remember, saying no doesn't make you selfish or uncaring. It simply means that you are taking control of your own life and setting boundaries. Learn to prioritize your own needs and well-being. Take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Make time for activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Set aside time for self-reflection and personal growth. By taking care of yourself, you will be better equipped to help others when it truly matters. Surround yourself with supportive and understanding individuals. Seek out those who appreciate and respect your boundaries. Surrounding yourself with people who understand the importance of self-care will help you stay true to your own needs and goals. Remember, being a yes man is not a term that should define you. You are capable of making your own decisions and living a life that is true to yourself. Embrace the power of saying no and start living life on your own terms. Below are 10 great ways to start you on the path to your own success and happiness. The power of choice. The power of choice is an incredibly powerful concept that can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. It is a reminder that we have the ability to shape our own destinies and create the life we truly desire. While many people struggle with addiction, it is important to recognize that addiction is not limited to substances like drugs or alcohol. In fact, saying yes to everything can also be an addiction. When we constantly say yes to others, we often do so out of guilt, fear, or anxiety. We worry about disappointing others or being seen as selfish if we say no. It becomes a vicious cycle where we feel obligated to please everyone, regardless of the cost to our own well-being. It's like going through a withdrawal when we try to break free from this addiction. We crave the need to please others, even if it means sacrificing our own happiness and fulfillment. But just like overcoming any addiction, the first step is recognizing that we have a problem. We must acknowledge that constantly saying yes is not sustainable and is detrimental to our own mental and emotional health. It is crucial to understand that we have a choice. We can say yes or we can say no. We have the power to set boundaries and prioritize our own well-being. Instead of feeling trapped and overwhelmed by the constant need to please others, we can consider other options. We can weigh what is truly best for our own happiness and fulfillment. It is important to remember that saying no does not make us selfish or uncaring. It is an act of self-love and self-preservation. By saying no, we are taking care of ourselves and ensuring that we have the energy and resources to be there for others when it truly matters. The power of choice lies in our ability to make decisions that align with our values and goals. It is about being intentional and mindful about how we spend our time and energy. When we say no to things that do not serve us, we create space for things that do. We open ourselves up to new opportunities, experiences, and relationships that bring us joy and fulfillment. So the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by the need to please everyone, remember that you have a choice. You have the power to say no and prioritize your own well-being. Embrace the power of choice and watch as it transforms your life. Know your priorities. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the demands and expectations of others. We often find ourselves juggling multiple responsibilities and trying to please everyone around us. But in the midst of this chaos, it's crucial to remember one thing: put yourself first. Putting yourself first may seem like a selfish notion at first glance, but in reality, it's an essential practice for living a healthy and fulfilling life. By prioritizing your own needs and desires, you are not only taking care of yourself but also setting the stage for success in all other areas of your life. So, how do you go about knowing your priorities and making them a reality? It starts with self-reflection and introspection. Take a moment to consider what truly matters to you, what brings you joy and fulfillment, and what aligns with your values and beliefs. These are the things that should take precedence in your life. Once you have identified your priorities, it's time to take action. Make a list of tasks or create a schedule that reflects your priorities and commit to following through with it. This may require saying no to certain obligations or setting boundaries with others, but remember, you are not being selfish, you are simply taking control of your own life. When you prioritize yourself, you are not only investing in your own well-being but also setting an example for those around you. By showing others that you value yourself and your needs, you inspire them to do the same. You become a beacon of self-care and self-love, radiating positivity and empowerment. It's important to note that knowing your priorities doesn't mean neglecting your responsibilities or ignoring the needs of others. It simply means finding a balance and ensuring that your own needs are met before you can effectively meet the needs of others. It's like the instructions on an airplane: put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. Think before you answer. In today's fast-paced world, we are often bombarded with questions and favors that require our immediate attention. It can be tempting to give an instant response, to please others and avoid any potential conflict. However, taking a moment to pause and think before answering can be a powerful tool in our personal and professional lives. When faced with a question or favor, it is important to first assess its urgency. Not every request demands an immediate response. By taking a step back and evaluating the situation, we can determine whether the timing is appropriate for us to get involved. This self-awareness allows us to prioritize our own needs and commitments, ensuring that we are not overwhelmed or overburdened. Furthermore, by taking the time to think before answering, we grant ourselves the opportunity to fully consider the implications of our decision. We can weigh the pros and cons, evaluate the potential consequences, and make a more informed choice. This deliberation process empowers us to make decisions that align with our values and goals, rather than simply reacting in the moment. It is also important to communicate our need for time to think to others. Whether it is a friend, colleague, or family member, expressing that we require some space for contemplation is not only acceptable but also admirable. It shows that we value our own thoughts and opinions, and that we are committed to making thoughtful choices. By granting ourselves this time for reflection, we are able to step away from the immediacy and pressure of the situation. This distance allows us to gain perspective and clarity, enabling us to make decisions that are not only in our best interest but also considerate of others. Embrace a mantra. In the journey of self-discovery and personal growth, one powerful tool that we often overlook is the mantra. A mantra is a saying or phrase that we repeat to ourselves, serving as a constant reminder and motivator. It has the ability to shape our thoughts, beliefs, and actions, ultimately propelling us forward towards success and fulfillment. When we embrace a mantra, we tap into the immense power that lies within us. It becomes a guiding light, illuminating our path and helping us navigate through life's challenges. But it's not just any mantra that will do. It has to be carefully crafted to align with our goals and aspirations, and most importantly, it must be positive and uplifting. So, how do we develop a mantra that truly resonates with us? Firstly, we need to identify the areas of our lives where we need the most support and guidance. It could be saying no to distractions, prioritizing our health and well-being, or cultivating a positive mindset. Once we have a clear understanding of our needs, we can start crafting our mantra. Let's take the example of prioritizing our priorities. Our mantra could be something like, I choose to put my priorities first, for they are the stepping stones to my success. This mantra reminds us to stay focused on what truly matters and not get caught up in the noise of everyday life. It empowers us to make conscious choices that align with our goals and values. Once we have developed our mantra, the next step is to engrave it into our daily routine. We need to envision our mantra multiple times throughout the day, allowing its words to sink deep into our subconscious mind. This can be done through visualization exercises, affirmations, or even writing it down and placing it in prominent places as a constant reminder. As we consistently repeat our mantra, it starts to become a part of us. It seeps into our thoughts, influencing our beliefs, and ultimately shaping our actions. It becomes a powerful force that guides us towards our desired outcomes. We begin to notice a shift in our mindset, as we become more focused, determined, and resilient in the face of challenges. Don't fall on the defense. In life, we often find ourselves in situations where we feel the need to defend our decisions. We feel the pressure to justify our choices, to provide an excuse or reason for why we have chosen a particular path. But why should we have to explain ourselves to others? Our decisions are our own, and we have the right to make them without feeling the need to defend them. Just like a mother telling her child, "Because I said so," sometimes our reason is simply that we have made a choice, and that should be answer enough. We don't owe anyone an explanation for our decisions. We have been given the gift of free will, and it is up to us to embrace it fully. When we constantly find ourselves on the defense, we give away our power. We allow others to have control over our choices and our lives. But when we stand firm in our decisions, when we embrace our free will, we take back that power. We become the masters of our own destiny. Embracing our free will means trusting ourselves. It means having confidence in our ability to make the right choices for ourselves, regardless of what others may think or say. It means recognizing that we have the wisdom and the intuition to navigate our own path. When we stop falling on the defense, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We become more open-minded and receptive to different perspectives. We are no longer limited by the fear of judgment or the need for approval. We can explore new ideas, take risks, and grow in ways we never thought possible. So the next time someone questions your decision or asks for an explanation, remember that you don't owe them anything. Your reason is your own business, and it is valid simply because you have made a choice. Embrace your free will, trust yourself, and let go of the need to defend your decisions. You are the author of your own story, and it is up to you to write it with confidence and conviction. In the words of Paulo Coelho, saying yes to yourself opens up opportunities that can take you anywhere. Saying yes is how you get your first job, and your next job, and your spouse, and even your kids. Even if it's a bit edgy, a bit out of your comfort zone, saying yes means that you will do something new, meet someone new, and make a difference in your life, and likely in others' lives as well. So don't fall on the defense. Say yes to yourself and embrace the power of your free will. Never apologize. Never apologize, unless you have truly done something wrong. Apologizing for every decision you make is not a sign of strength or humility, but rather a reflection of insecurity and a lack of confidence in yourself. It is important to recognize that not every decision will please everyone, and that's okay. You have the right to make choices that align with your values and goals, without constantly seeking validation or approval from others. Apologizing unnecessarily can also lead to a cycle of guilt and self-doubt. It creates a mindset where you constantly question your own judgment and second-guess yourself. This can be detrimental to your mental well-being, as it promotes anxiety and unwanted stress. Instead of constantly apologizing, focus on making informed decisions based on your own knowledge and intuition. Trust yourself and have faith in your abilities. Remember, making mistakes is a natural part of life. It is through our mistakes that we learn and grow. Rather than dwelling on past decisions, use them as opportunities for self-reflection and personal development. Embrace the lessons learned from your mistakes and use them to make better choices in the future. Apologizing excessively also diminishes the impact of a sincere apology when it is truly warranted. When you do make a mistake or hurt someone unintentionally, take responsibility for your actions and offer a genuine apology. Acknowledge the harm caused and make a sincere effort to make amends. This demonstrates maturity and shows that you are willing to take accountability for your actions. In addition, it is important to recognize that not everyone will always agree with your decisions. We all have different perspectives, values, and priorities. It is impossible to please everyone, and trying to do so will only lead to frustration and disappointment. Focus on staying true to yourself and making choices that align with your own principles and goals. Surround yourself with people who support and respect your decisions, and let go of the need for constant approval from others. Never apologize for being true to yourself. Embrace your uniqueness and let it shine. Have the courage to make decisions that may not be popular, but are authentic to who you are. Trust that your intuition and inner wisdom will guide you towards the right path. In conclusion, never apologize for the choices you make, unless you have genuinely done something wrong. Trust yourself, embrace your mistakes as opportunities for growth, and stay true to your own values and goals. Remember, you are the author of your own life, and it is up to you to write a story that you are proud of. Develop an assertive tone. Developing an assertive tone is crucial for success in life. It goes hand in hand with the principle of never apologizing unless there is a valid reason to do so. Being confident in your choices is a key aspect of assertiveness. It means believing in yourself and trusting that you have the intelligence and wisdom to make sound decisions. When faced with a choice, remind yourself that you have a brilliant mind and a good head on your shoulders. You possess the ability to weigh your options and logically sort through what is best for you. Take the time to gather all the necessary information, analyze the pros and cons, and consider the potential outcomes. This process will help you make an informed decision that aligns with your values and goals. Once you have made a decision, it is essential to go forward with confidence. Trust in your judgment and stand firm in your choice. Avoid second-guessing yourself or allowing self-doubt to creep in. Remember, you have already done the necessary thinking and evaluation, so there is no need to backtrack or waver in your resolve. Assertiveness requires you to stay committed to your decisions, even in the face of opposition or criticism. It is natural for others to question or challenge your choices, but it is important to stay true to yourself. Embrace the fact that not everyone will agree with you, and that's okay. What matters most is your belief in your own abilities and the conviction that you are making the right choices for yourself. Developing an assertive tone also means setting healthy boundaries and expressing your needs and desires clearly. It involves standing up for yourself and not allowing others to take advantage of you. Remember, you have the right to prioritize your own well-being and happiness. Be assertive in communicating your boundaries and expectations, and don't be afraid to say no when necessary. See the good in saying no. In a world that constantly demands our time and attention, it can be difficult to say no without feeling guilty or selfish. We often associate saying no with letting down another person, disappointing them, or even damaging our relationships. However, it's important to reframe our perspective and realize that saying no is not always a negative thing. In fact, it can be a powerful tool for self-care and personal growth. When we say no to someone, we are not necessarily rejecting them or their request. Instead, we are prioritizing ourselves and acknowledging our own wants and needs. It's essential to understand that we have the right to set boundaries and take care of ourselves. By saying no, we are creating space for activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. Imagine a scenario where a friend asks you to help them with a project. You may initially feel obligated to say yes, because you don't want to disappoint them. However, if you take a moment to reflect on your own schedule and priorities, you might realize that saying yes would mean sacrificing your own well-being. By saying no in this situation, you are not only protecting your own time and energy but also allowing yourself the opportunity to focus on activities that bring you happiness and personal growth. By embracing the power of saying no, you can start to notice a positive shift in your life. Your schedule will slowly clear up, giving you more time to pursue your passions, hobbies, and self-care practices. Saying no allows you to reclaim your time and energy, enabling you to engage in activities that truly align with your values and bring you fulfillment. Additionally, saying no can also lead to healthier relationships. When we set boundaries and prioritize our own needs, we teach others how to respect and value us. By saying no when necessary, we communicate that our time and energy are precious resources that should be used wisely. This can foster a deeper sense of respect and understanding in our relationships, as others learn to appreciate our honesty and self-awareness. Remember, saying no is not a sign of weakness or selfishness. It is an act of self-care and self-preservation. By valuing our own wants and needs, we empower ourselves to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So the next time you find yourself hesitating to say no, remind yourself of the incredible power that lies in prioritizing your own well-being. Embrace the freedom and joy that comes with saying no, and watch as your life becomes more balanced, meaningful, and full of opportunities for personal growth. Don't be afraid of the aftermath. In life, we often find ourselves at crossroads, faced with decisions that have the power to shape our future. It's natural to feel a sense of uncertainty and fear when contemplating the aftermath of our choices. We worry about what others will think, how our decisions will be perceived, and whether we will regret our actions. But it's important to remember that dwelling on these concerns can hinder our growth and prevent us from embracing new opportunities. When it comes to decision-making, it's crucial to prioritize your own well-being and happiness. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your path. People may have their own judgments and perspectives, but ultimately, it is your life and only you can truly understand what is best for yourself. Trust in your instincts and have faith in your abilities. It's easy to get caught up in the fear of judgment and criticism, but the truth is that people are often too preoccupied with their own lives to dwell on your choices. They may have their initial reactions, but soon enough, their attention will shift elsewhere. So why waste your precious energy worrying about their opinions? Instead, focus on your own growth and development. When you fixate on the aftermath of your decisions, you invite stress and worry into your life. This not only hinders your progress, but also prevents you from fully enjoying the present moment. Remember, life is a journey, and every decision you make is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Embrace the challenges that come with your choices, for they are the stepping stones to a better and more fulfilling life. Letting go of the need for validation from others is liberating. It allows you to be true to yourself and pursue your dreams without the fear of judgment. When you prioritize your own happiness and well-being, you create a positive ripple effect that inspires others to do the same. You become a beacon of light, showing others that it's possible to overcome fear and embrace the unknown. You are only human. In this fast-paced and demanding world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of perfection. We often find ourselves striving to please everyone around us, constantly seeking validation and approval. But here's the truth, you are only human, and it's time to embrace your imperfections and prioritize self-care. At the end of the day, you have to realize that you can't please everyone. It's an impossible task that only leads to exhaustion and disappointment. Instead of trying to be a superhero, juggling numerous expectations and responsibilities, take a step back and assess your priorities. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What brings me joy and fulfillment? Putting yourself first doesn't mean being selfish or neglecting your responsibilities. It means recognizing your own needs and taking care of them. Just like a car needs regular maintenance to keep running smoothly, you need to invest in self-care to maintain your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Start by setting boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy or don't align with your values. Remember, your time and energy are precious resources, and it's okay to protect them. Prioritize activities and relationships that bring you happiness and fulfillment. Surround yourself with positive influences and people who support and uplift you. Embracing your imperfections is a powerful act of self-love. We all have flaws and make mistakes, and that's what makes us human. Instead of beating yourself up over every little misstep, learn from them and grow. Understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity for growth and improvement. Take time to reflect on your achievements and celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. Give yourself credit for the progress you've made and the obstacles you've overcome. Recognize that every step forward is a step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, self-care is not a luxury but a necessity. It's not selfish to prioritize your well-being, it's essential for your overall happiness and success. Take care of your physical health by nourishing your body with nutritious food, exercising regularly, and getting enough rest. Nurture your mental and emotional well-being by engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as reading, meditating, or pursuing a hobby. In the journey of life, it's important to remember that you are only human. Embrace your imperfections, prioritize self-care, and let go of the need to please everyone. By doing so, you'll not only live a more fulfilling and authentic life but also inspire others to do the same. You have the power to create positive change, starting with yourself. So be kind to yourself, believe in your potential, and embrace the beautiful journey of self-discovery.